The Association of Washington Generals is a service organization initiated in 1970 by a group of Seattle area businessmen in alliance with Lieutenant Governor John Scherberg. Patterned after similar associations in other states, the founding purpose of the AWG was to provide a way for Washington State to recognize the outstanding service of individuals. In 2005, under the leadership of Lieutenant Governor Brad Owen, the association was codified under state law by the legislature. This legislation formally establishes the generals as official ambassadors of trade, tourism, and goodwill for the state. It also gives the states permission for the generals to use the image of the Washington flag to promote its mission, making the AWG the only organization to be so authorized. Ex officio members of the Washington Generals include Governor, the Lieutenant Governor, and the Secretary of State. Today, in its 40th year of charter, the mission of the Association of Washington Generals is to serve the citizens of the state of Washington by promoting exceptional community service, encouraging trade and economic development, and by promoting positive international relations. The association also provides the state with a means of awarding its highest distinction to individuals in recognition of exceptional services rendered or duties performed. The Association of Washington Generals Washingtonian of the Year Award is bestowed annually to individuals that the organization wants to honor as an outstanding citizen. Past recipients include prominent philanthropists, political leaders, sports figures, Supreme Court justices, business leaders, and many more. Recent inductees include such luminaries as retired PLU football coach Frosty Westering, who racked up a record as one of the winningest coaches in history. Luis Fernando Esteban, the honorary consul of Spain for Washington, who has single-handedly served to forge a strong relationship between Washington and his homeland. Lieutenant Governor Brad Owen was another honoree, as were philanthropists Bill and Melinda Gates and many more. Tonight we honor Mack and Zoe Strong. Mack for his extensive work in the community through his Team Works program to help Native American youth, and Zoe for her groundbreaking work with Hope Worldwide. In addition to recognizing outstanding citizens, the Association of Washington Generals has embarked on many special projects, often of significant historical note. These include construction of a monument in Nia Bay on the site of the first Spanish settlement, the restoration of a flag installation at the Seattle Arboretum, and repairing a magnificent wooden seal of the great state of Washington. In progress today is another monument to mark the journey of the Russian vessel St. Nikolai, which became grounded off the Washington coast in 1808, exposing its crew of 22 to the perils of a harsh winter and numerous confrontations with indigenous people before their rescue. The generals are repairing a historic and remote monument to the lost sailors of the Norwegian sailing ship Prince Arthur, and other projects too. Under the leadership of Commander Bill Sperry, today's generals are increasingly focusing their attentions on events important to the nation's veterans. This year alone, they've provided direct support and resources to Camp Patriot, which sent a team of vets disabled by their war wounds to the summit of Mount Rainier, remembrance ceremonies for lost soldiers and Medal of Honor winners, and a public-private project to erect flags at the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Site in Olympia. In addition, the generals have stepped up their efforts this year to bring in even more deserving Washington citizens into their ranks. This year alone saw the commissioning of automobile dealer and avid community volunteer Phil Smart and his wife Helen, retired Seattle Symphony maestro Gerard Schwartz, legendary fishing rod fabricator Gary Loomis, among others. The words of the late Lieutenant Governor John Scherberg ring today just as they did when they were written for the General's founding charter, where a warm-hearted people vigorously protect the quality of their matchless environment, where today's stranger is tomorrow's neighbor, and Western hospitality finds its most sensitive manifestation. This is Washington State. This is the jewel in the crown of the sisterhood of states. This is the product which Washington generals wish to extol.